Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go.
I see you found Clinez, but have you found the person responsible for the graffiti, or at least any clues? What about that? This requires a professional. Clinez, have a look. Clinez is a special mark that you mentioned before. Let me see. Oh, doesn't it look like a gear? Where else could such a huge gear come from, except the Fontaine Research Institute? It's from the Institute, and so are you. I think the link between the two is pretty obvious. Just admit it, but the culprit, aren't you? You can't say like that. If, one day, I should be fortunate enough to dine with Govana at the Hotel de Board. Oh, that's why he doesn't like her. He likes her sister. Oh. If you're still in Dreamland, I can help you wake up, and if you think my punches aren't strong enough, I'm sure Rosamov would be willing to lend a hand or three. Calm down, I'm only giving you an example. It's just an example. I was like, anyway, if Govana and I were to go out together, they were both from the fortress, that doesn't mean that there is any connection between us. See? There's no connection whatsoever. There's no link between me and this mark, just like there's no link between me and Govana. Fine, you convinced me, but only about the relationship between you and my sis. Doesn't that mean he hasn't convinced you at all? Well, we've got nothing else to say about this. It's up to you guys now. But no matter what, I owe you my thanks and the compensation you were promised. Right, Kaiko, Paimon, I almost forgot your compensation. Though it's a pity you couldn't locate the culprit. I'm sure Clinez will have a way to remove the mark. I'll leave the rest to him and Gavriette. Then. In the meantime, I have other work to attend to. Do we get, double coupons? I feel like we should, because they both compensated us. As I said, I have other work to attend to. Everything has its own proper sequence. You must first understand the principles behind. What a pain. Tess and I are having dinner together today, so I'm leaving when my shift is over, whether or not the mess has been cleaned up. Oh. What did it say? I forgot. Okay, it says... Life is not a game, friend. Oh. That is not what it said earlier. Okay. Okay, well, what was the other quest that I accidentally started? We're supposed to be finding a friend somewhere? Here. Poiret. There might also be some other quests that we might be able to trigger. So that could be good. I do like how I was doing the Archon quest and I got distracted by doing side quests again. Hey, how's it going? Poiret, will he be joining our team? Hard pass. I believe that's a no. As much as I enjoy the detective jokes, from what I've seen of your combat capabilities, you're about as good in a fight as above a beast. Joining your team would be like debuting on stage just before the curtains close. If I had time for that, don't you think I'd be better off rehearsing for the Tri-Coupon Troops performance? You make a lot of good points, but I would like to refute one of them. I'm all ears. I may have lost Rosamov in unarmed combat, but I've changed my fighting style since then. Now, I can at least draw in a fight with a Stern Shield Crab. A crab is competing? Unarmed combat with Rosamov, you? Who is Rosamov? Rosamov, you? Yes, I realize now it was a reckless decision on my part, so I've decided to avoid unarmed combat for now on. When I add that Kaiko has agreed to coach us, I'm sure we stand a much greater chance of winning with help from her. The best coach can't help a lost cause, but you said you changed your fighting style? Yes, close quarter combat is not my forte, so I prepared numerous bottles filled with cryo energy. With these, I can slow down my opponents in the arena, and also treat them to delicious ice-cold Fanta outside the ring, to maintain cordial relations. I was so jealous. Wait, is that how bottles of cryo are supposed to be used? I'll stick with my axe. What? Are you a researcher? Why'd you learn to use an axe? Rest assured I'm quite handy with an axe. I chop firewood for stress relief when my research hits the wall. So many questions. Paimon won't ask. I have a suggestion. Why don't we have a little sparring session now? That way you can show me your skills and Coach Kaiko can get a sense of your fighting styles. What do you think? Depending on how the sparring goes, I may or may not decide to join your team. Seems like a reasonable suggestion. What do you think, Poiret? Yes, excellent suggestion. If only you'd come up with it sooner. I think I've used up all my mental energy on making detective jokes. Well, I would say let's get right to the Pankration Ring and not waste any more time, but are you sure you're dressed for a sparring match? What do you mean? I always dress like this when I'm chopping firewood. You should change to something that's easier to move around in. Fortunately, the troupe has some costumes. Give me a minute. Goncourt gets a set of comfortable clothes for Genevieve. She's your opponent, though. Isn't it counterproductive to help her? It's not a fair fight if she's handicapped by her clothes. Thank you, you're very considerate. Whichever way this goes, you have my respect as an opponent. Alright, I can officially say it now. Let's get right to the Pankration Ring and not waste any more time. I'm sure Risimov won't mind us borrowing it for a while. Oh, is that the guy? That makes sense. That makes sense. It's probably the guy. Okay. It should be here. Oh, is it this guy? Why would you fight this guy? We like to use this place to train with Goncourt. Sure thing, no problem at all. Please observe our fight closely, coaches Kaiko and Paimon. Truth be told, Poiret and I lack fighting experience, especially this kind of fighting, so please let us know right away if you have any advice during the fight. Got it. Now let's warm up and get ready to enter the arena. Goncourt can't be stronger than a stand-shield crab, right? You can do it. Ooh. Okay. Okay. How is this gonna work? There's just a puzzle we won't hold back, please try and understand. Do I just randomly decide to, like, press Q? Or she really does just have an axe. Gonna be a bit chilly. Oh, they did a lot. The outcome is already clear, that's enough, Poiret. Okay. That went quite well. Not bad, I'm impressed. It was close, could have gone either way. I've been waiting too long for a chance to say that. But it was 2 against 1, so based on Goncourt's Pankration ethics, probably doesn't count as a fair fight. No, it's absolutely counts, the rules allow it. Plus, I was going easy on you. You're new to this after all. I was going easy, really? Why didn't you go all out? What would be the point? I was only testing their skills, why would I want to risk injuring them? Fair point. Well, anyway, since they impressed you, are you willing to join our team now? Hard pass. What the? I may have chosen to join if it was just the two of them, but with Kaiko and here, I'm somewhat superfluous. Are really that awesome? I had no idea. Thanks for the compliment. Thanks for the compliment. I'm only speaking the truth. Anyway, I'm sure you put on an amazing performance with Kaiko coaching. As for me, I'll be cheering you on from the audience. Oh, and although I won't be fighting alongside you, I'd be happy to provide some support outside of the ring. Consider this. Considering that your fighting styles are a little monotonous, let's go get you kitted out with some more stuff. And the coach, of course, there's a few things that might come in handy. Our troop is really well equipped. It makes me wonder how come our performance is always subpar. I hope these things are as good as you're claiming. Oh, don't you worry, they are. Anyway, seeing is believing. Let's go to the Alvard. He keeps hold of all the stuff I ordered for the troop. We really have gone on a little, just a tiny bit of a tangent. Just a little one. just a small tangent. A perfectly normal tangent. Normal amounts of tangent. This is fine. Oh, there's a quest down here as well. There's a quest underneath us. We must go. Later, but we must go. Okay. Also, what is this? Why are you... Ah! 2 new characters. But we're never gonna switch from Yao Yao, so... Not particularly useful. But yeah, we should claim our stuff. Maybe there's some more stuff we can buy as well. I think I saw somewhere that there are exactly enough credit coupons to buy everything in all the shops, if you earn them all. Okay, the prop should be around here. We've packed in some flimsy wooden boxes. If you find them, go ahead and crack them open. Well, there's one. As for this, maybe it'll be of use. Just take it with you. Give the firecrackers that researcher lady. They're tailor-made for the arena. They're not that powerful, but they'll do the job. Oh, this is a backup for my weapon. Let's give it to the detective assistant. What the heck is all this? Does your troupe really use these in your performances? Using them is optional, but having them is mandatory. That's my motto. I know nothing about performing, so I'll take your word for it, Concord. Wait, but this is a fight, not a performance, right? Yes, but still for entertainment purposes. The Pankration Ring can be considered a stage of sorts. I look forward to watching you shine on the stage. With all your preparation so far, I'm sure your first fight will be a breeze. I heard your opponent is a big blue flirter, and while he might be a stocky guy, I don't think he's a match for you. Uncle seems like a better coach than me. Do you need my help with anything? Do you need my help? Our first opponent won't be that difficult, right? So let's use the same system as you did before. Just give us any input you think we might need during the fight. Coach Kaiko, could you ask Risimov when the matches will officially begin? We'll be ready to fight whenever you say the word. I'll watch your fights if I have time. Best of luck in the tournament. Thanks for everything, you're a great guy. And thanks to Poiret for the detective jokes. I'm hoping to work some of them into my scripts. If any of you have any good ideas for a story, do let me know. I've got plenty of stories to share as long as I get credited and a copyright fee. Sure, I've got plenty of stories to share. Perfect, we'll have to do it more sometime. One thing at a time, coach. Come on, let's go see Risimov. Okay, let's just check. Any more stuff in the shop that I haven't bought already? Oh, a book. The Art of Negotiation. Ooh. Okay. Now what? Oh! The Art of Negotiation? Oh, people often say I've got a good head for business, that I'm good at spotting and taking advantage of opportunities. Personally, I don't think think of it like that. I think we make our own opportunities. I started from nothing, with not a mora to my name. I had nothing to rely on but myself, my ability to negotiate and persuade those better off to work with me. That's how I created my opportunities through negotiation. And all my experiences have taught me that the ability to negotiate can solve almost any problem. That's what I've always counted on. So I hope you won't follow the path I describe, as that would only make the world more difficult for me to succeed in. Gain the initiative. I think the outcome of most negotiations can be determined from the outset. Everyone who knows me knows that. I used to be an itinerant desert trader, which is how I got my start. I had no money, no experience, but I learned something very important out there. Always speak loudly to make people think you are confident. The desert is hostile to outsiders. The locals there will only deal with those they trust. They're scared of outsiders, or rather, maybe they're scared of being cheated. So why would they trade with me, some penniless kid with no background? But later I realised that the rejection of outsiders was only a symptom. So what was the underlying cause? It's because they can't be sure of the quality of products that come from outside. So obviously you need to provide compelling proof of the quality of your goods to win their trust. Or make them think that you have that compelling proof, at least. Now, how do you make them believe that? It's all in how confidently you talk, even if it's just bravado. As long as you act confident, people will assume you have reason for that confidence. And they'll talk themselves into trusting you. So I hawked my goods loud and proud. I used my imposing manner to overpower them, beating them down until they started to wonder why I dared talk like that. Well, it had to be because I had plenty of buyers and didn't care if they made a purchase or not. Right? Which meant I had to have a good reputation for selling quality goods. That meant they couldn't go wrong buying them. And you all know what happened next. I made my first fortune. Looking back, I feel that negotiation is all about convincing the other party to agree with or accept whatever you're trying to tell them. If you gain the initiative by showing your strength and overwhelm your opponent with the imposing manner, they'll be convinced. And that brings our goals within easy reach, doesn't it? Steer the conversation. I find steering the conversations can be a very efficient negotiation technique and a reliable way of getting out of a difficult situation. I once wanted to try and sell goods from Mondstadt in Liyue, but my customers didn't know anything about Mondstadt. They were just ordinary folks who'd never set foot outside Liyue in their lives. For them, buying goods from some unknown place was a huge risk, so sales was understandably poor, and as you can imagine, my investor was losing faith. Now that might sound like a thorny problem, but the solitude was simple. I had to talk to my customers about what a great place Mondstadt is, making them curious about it or even trusting. And the trust would transfer to my goods and convert into sales. And what about my investor? That was even easier. He lacked faith, so I gave him some. I convinced him sales would be good, and of course, it doesn't really matter if sales really are good or not. Once you identify the root cause of a problem, the solution will become apparent. I couldn't be too obvious about it. I carried out a market research survey with the Mora reward for anyone who filled in the questionnaire. Everyone was clamouring to fill one in once they heard the sound of Mora. Now you might be wondering what this has to do with the negotiation. I can answer that. The most powerful weapon in negotiation is the truth, and the truth can be manipulated. The questionnaire looked like market research, but it was actually guiding everyone towards the conclusion I wanted them to reach. So here's what happened. I planted some leading questions in the survey. For example, I felt Mondstadt is known for its freedom, while Liyue citizens largely desire leisurely and happy lives. Thus, the conclusion I wanted people to reach was that these two things are mutually complementary. So I asked questions like this. Do you like a relaxed and leisurely life? Do you like an atmosphere of freedom? Do you find wines help you enjoy life? And so on. Most people would answer such questions in the affirmative. Next, we used a survey to ask if they like free and happy cities, such as the city of Mondstadt. And naturally, most people answered yes. With that, we created the impression that everyone in Mondstadt is happy. That gave me an image to leverage in my sales. I wasn't selling goods now, I was selling a lifestyle of happiness, and obviously, you can all imagine how successful I was. Of course, you will always run into contrary-ish types who insist on singing a different tune. Those responses can influence the data from the survey and cause undue concern to the people who see those numbers. My investor, for example. I had to eliminate that, or at least reduce it. And I did so in a rather crude way. I hinted to the participants that the more reward would be dependent on their answers. Money is enough of a temptation to convince most of the contrary types to compromise. That meant I had a cleaner data, which I could use to bolster my investors' faith, and that meant it was time for the next part of my plan. The universal formula. People often ask me if there are any unbeatable negotiation techniques that can be used in any situation. I tell them there is one. It is to begin your answers like this. I agree with your views, but... I call this the universal formula. For no other reason than that it analyzes and uses human nature, it lays bare our weaknesses. Why? Because we crave approval. Nobody can do without it, myself included. I used to be an itinerant trader traveling all over. I met all kinds of people back then. The Eremites, treasure hoarders, and even the Abyss Order. All of them, even the Abyss Mages, known for their stubbornness and mischief making, would reconsider their views and seek my approval after I used that line. I would even dare to say that if I could speak the language of slimes or hillochells, they too would fall under the spell of that magic trick. So I would hate for everyone to know it, especially my competitors. The art of negotiation? Even the title is boring. Paimon's not interested in that, huh? Yeah, there's a note here. Go to the registration counter at the front desk to participate in the Coupon Cafeteria's internal satisfaction survey for a chance to win coupon rewards. Coupons? Wow. See this? We can get coupons. Paimon didn't expect something like this. Something this good at all. Let's go. Okay. Apparently we also have to go to the coupon people. And also there's the quest that's at the bottom. There's a lot of quests right now. Apparently. Okay. I don't know how I managed to acquire so many quests simultaneously, but I did. We gotta do some fighting in a ring. We've got to visit the coupon guy. We gotta... Wait, is this the coupon guy? Oh no, this is the front. This is the coupon. Hello. Registration counts at the front desk. That's it. Let's try our luck. Hello, Miss Mongvain. Well, she doesn't look like she's easy to get along with. Maybe the art of negotiation will work. That's right, we've got this book. Who knew it would come in handy here? Let's see, found it. If you gain initiative by showing your strength and overwhelm your opponent with an imposing manner. Is it overwhelm the opponent by being imposing? Paimon gets it. Paimon just has to be louder, right? Hey, Miss Monlane, hello. I heard you. What can I do for you? Huh? It really worked. We're here for the satisfaction survey, Miss Monlane. Paimon means to say that she's here to accompany her. Don't worry, Kaiko, we have this book. Paimon will sneak peeks at the book and tell you what to do. Anyway, yeah, just listen to Paimon. Another one saw the notes in the books. Huh? Yeah, that's right. Just how many were... Actually, forget it, it's fine. Please wait a moment, allow me to explain the rules. The survey has a total of 5 questions. Please answer them quickly and intuitively. Remember, you must answer them quickly. Do you understand? You can begin once you're ready. You're ready. Whoa, wait, Paimon's still flipping through the book. Very good, let's hurry up and begin then. Paimon's ready now, do your worst. Question 1. Do you think it's reasonable to maintain the prices for the food in the coupon cafeteria at the current level? How do we answer this? Let Paimon look it up. Found it, let's try the universal formula. Going to the book, I agree with your views, but can be used in any situation. Even an Abyss Mage would be willing to respond positively. It sounds really amazing. Reasonable, Paimon quite likes it. Unreasonable, I want the prices to be raised. I agree with your views, but... I agree, but there is room for improvement. If only tasted just a little better. Don't you think so too, Kaiko? Or if Sweet Madame was available. Yeah, Paimon would happily eat here every day if you did that. Excuse me. Huh? According to the rules, survey must be answered quickly. Let's move on to the next question. Fine, rules are rules. Question number 2. Is adequate food available during dining hours in the coupon cafeteria? It's plenty of food, but it just tastes awful. Here's more mint, then grows on all to that. Not enough, even Bosley doesn't get to eat any. I agree with the views, but we refuse to eat it. I know you've read the book. Anyway, I'll just put it down as a yes. No! So tiring. Let's move on to the next question. Before we move on to the third question, I'd like to remind you this survey requires you to answer quickly. So, for the third question, do you think the current randomized meal system is interesting? Pay more attention to the taste. I agree with the views, but doesn't randomized meals create the feeling of a pleasant surprise of not knowing what you'll get next? I agreed with you, butted. That's true. When you put it that way, it does sound really interesting. Paimon? What? Miss Monlane made a lot of sense. It's very difficult to disagree. Please answer quickly. It's interesting, including the fortune steps. Not interesting because I want to eat what I want to. I agree with the views, but... But it'd be great if you got a complimentary delicious meal every 18 meals. Why 18? I haven't heard that from someone. It was something like, because there's 3 meals each day and there are 6 days before Sunday, that makes 18 meals in 6 days. There'll be delicious food the 7th day, and you'll be in a good mood every week. Question number 4. Do you think it's reasonable to sell addictive foods in the coupon cafeteria? What? Why is she suddenly speaking faster? Gain initiative, steer the conversation. No, none of them seem correct. Maybe we should go back to the universal formula? That's not quite right. These conversations, is this steering the conversation? Is she steering? Please don't overthink it or engage in idle chatter. As I mentioned previously, please answer quickly and intuitively. Very reasonable is reasonable because I agree with the views, but. Alright, thank you for your feedback. Now it's time for the final question. Did you just completely ignore us? Our answer's not important at all? Based on the answers you just provided, are you satisfied with the current state of the coupon cafeteria? What were they again? I can't remember all of them. It's alright, then I'll just write down that you're satisfied. Okay, but something doesn't feel quite right. I already mentioned that you will not receive any coupons if you answer no. Oh, that's way over the line. Then what about you, Mira? Don't ignore Paimon. I'm generally satisfied, but... Very well, thank you for your cooperation. Your support is our motivation to improve. Please sign here to claim your coupons. The intelligent flying clockwork device by your side can sign for the coupons too. Huh? Paimon gets them too? Well, Paimon didn't even participate. Is it really okay? Wait, Paimon is Paimon, not some intelligent flying clockwork device. Very well. Anyway, we respect all input, so everybody, all people and Mecha are eligible. Did you hear Paimon? Paimon is a flying clockwork device. Paimon is Paimon. Don't ignore Paimon. Understood. Anyway, in order to help save your precious time, I can fill in the survey for you. Don't worry, the number of coupons you'll receive won't change. I'm sure you'll be answering satisfactory to every question, right? Yes, coupons. In that case, just sign here and leave the rest to me. Cool, this way we'll get the coupons and save the trouble. Thanks, Miss Bonlane. Thank you for your support. Please get your coupons, and we hope you'll participate in the next survey. Again, the coupons, you and Paimon bid farewell to Miss Bonlane. In retrospect, Miss Bonlane didn't really care at all about our responses. The problem is with the questions themselves. Yeah, you're right, the questionnaire really was weird, and Miss Bonlane seems so exhausted. The art of negotiation failed. Art of negotiation? Sure, books like that are all completely useless after all. Right, the book is the problem. No, the problem is Paimon. I agree with your views, but... Hey, don't you go mocking Paimon now. Some art of negotiation. It really was totally useless after all. That's just because the lady did not want to do anything. It was a pretty standard thing, actually. Oh, I'm going the wrong way again. Oh, so Lifelin was here briefly. Hello. I hope you have a good day at work. Goodbye. And I will drink some water. I am hydrated. Okay, well... I do love that I managed to do basically every quest in the fortress except the Archon quest, because I got distracted a little bit by the concept of coupons. Just a little bit. Behind today's percussion fight, a naive researcher, an assistant, and a team of 2 fresh fish being served up onto the chopping block of the stage. The most annoying part about this is that every time you've got to go in the lift, and the lifts are slow. Every time, and we keep going back and forth in this lift. There's a lot of people here, actually. Back so soon? Fast and furious. Yeah, fast, loose, furious, and defeat. Why are you being so pessimistic? Sounds like holding all this cryobotus is called his enthusiasm, ha ha ha. Huh? Elemental energy really does have that kind of effect. Of course the Fontaine Research Institute was right after all, instead of elemental energy. If you're ready, you can start whenever you like. Are you going to explain the joke? I'm good to go. Are you going to explain? What joke? Nothing, just forget I said anything. Now then, your first opponent is quite an interesting origin story. He was stuffed into a barrel, and the barrel had a note in it that said, take a look in the mirror. Obviously, the person who stuffed him in the barrel is also participating, so if he beats you, it'll be his chance of revenge in the ring. After all, fighting is prohibited outside the ring is his only chance to win a fight and not get punished for it. Of course, he'll still be entitled to visit the infirmary if he loses. So, are you ready to enter the ring? We're ready. Then please take your positions. That makes sense. If it's just a recreational tournament, that still doesn't mean you should be pitting jokers them against me, quite rude, blah blah blah. Ooh, be cool with a melt reaction. Another melt reaction. And now we need to melt his little shield. Yes, I'm gonna do all that much. We need to melt it again. And suppose my ward is broken by some layman. Astounding! The defeat of the big brute living in the barrel. Let us applaud the newcomer's first victory. I think we have a very high health. Congratulations to the researcher and research assistant, a first bout victory for our first time fighters. As for the guy in the barrel, don't be discouraged, we'll see you again in the next competition. Ah, that risks him off. I am not a research assistant. Hey, research assistant is a very good job. Maybe you should consider it. If nothing else, working at the Fontaine Research Institute would be much better job security than working as a detective's assistant. Fair enough, I'll give it some thought, if I ever manage to leave this place. Now, how did the two of you team up anyway? You seem like very different personalities, and you don't have much common ground professionally either. That's not entirely true. The truth is, I was doing an investigation at the Fontaine Research Institute before I came here. Everything was going fine until I ran into that Mercy. I was just gathering evidence, but she insisted it was theft. Define gathering evidence. Taking private documents from the Fontaine Research Institute, which would generally be considered as constituting theft. I'll have you know they were problematic documents. Anyway, I pleaded guilty and accepted my punishment. But there's an interesting story here. I'm not at liberty to divulge the details of the case, as it would violate client confidentiality. I'm also familiar with the subject of his investigation. I injured them during a conference. Ma'am, please stop. Why did I just say about divulging details? Sorry, yeah, nothing to do with the competition. Anyway, so we shouldn't bore our poor coach with all this. Maybe I'm particularly listening for a little extra compensation. I'm very curious about what goes on at the Fontaine Institute behind closed doors. You can probably read all about it in the Steambird or some detective novel, though I can't vouch for the credibility in either case. Alright, let's get back to business. Coach, in your professional opinion, what do we need to improve on? Strength, accuracy, speed. Strength. I think Genevieve has them both covered for the strength, swinging the axe around. Strength, definitely an important factor, but not something we can really improve on in a short time frame. Even pure water has its limits. Perhaps focusing on technique would be better for fast results. Both Genevieve and Poiret rely on throwing. Faster and more accurate throws would give them an advantage. Whether it's a bottle of cryo or some stage firecrackers, right? Sounds good. Shall we find somewhere to practice our throwing techniques? As long as we can find a spot where we won't disturb anyone. There's a big empty space in the Rift of Erosion. I think that should work. Let's head over there and check it out. Oh, we gotta go all the way there. Okay. Okay. Off we go. This is a long quest. A lot longer than I thought it would be. I thought we were just gonna go and fight in the ring, but no. We gotta coach these guys through many stages of fighting in the ring. Also, why am I doing this quest now? I just don't want to come back. This fortress, we've done it. We don't want to come back. So I guess I've taken a bit of a you can do it all now kind of approach, which is working, I think. A little bit. Oh, we have to climb all the way up. Ah. And now we're low on stamina. Okay. This looks like a great place to practice throwing. Kaiko gave us a bunch of stuff earlier, some of it should come in handy here. You can probably set up a practice area. It's a little jerry-rigged, but it should be fit for purpose. Coach, why don't you give us a demonstration first? My pleasure. We're counting on you, Coach. Okay. How do we... Oh. I see. We need to aim. Okay. Do we have to wait for each one? That's annoying. Oh, we should have started earlier. I don't know what happens like if you miss. Because we don't have time to miss. We have to wait like a whole couple seconds. 3 seconds! It takes like a second or two to aim. What if we take too long? No, I got thrown off at first because I was expecting to like use a bow. I wasn't expecting to actually have to like throw a stone or whatever it is that I'm chucking. I mean, it kind of works. Ooh, okay. Just need 2 more. Oh, can we get the last one in? Did we do it or did we miss? Oh, got it. Any questions? I understand it in principle, but I'll demonstrate again. Principles won't help you. You need to practice it for yourself. You need to practice yourself. Yep, muscle memory is the key here. And you need hand-eye coordination. Speaking of which, Poiret has to wear glasses. Will your poor eyesight affect your accuracy? Oh, these are just a fashion statement. They're not prescription lenses. Huh? That must be a nuisance, surely, wearing those in the ring. You just have to treat them as an extension of your body. Besides, if I take them off, no one will recognize me. Don't be silly. Actually, everyone does look alike. Don't be silly. Let's not get hung up on spectacles here. Is this basic training really all we can do? If nothing, it reminds me of being a detective's assistant, revisiting the same crime scene over and over countless times, hoping to find a new shred of evidence. There's no substitute for hard work in any field. Our coaches have personally shown us how it's done. You shouldn't dismiss the value of practice before you've even tried it. Yep, if you don't put in time, you'll regret it down the line. Are you here to grumble or here to win? Put your back into it. How about sparring match with me instead? Be warned I don't pull my punches. We can spar instead. I'll go practice throwing right away. It needs to be second nature when we're in the ring. Let's take turns practicing. While one of us throws, the other will watch and check their accuracy. Alright, let's do that. Great, Coach Kaiko, Paimon, let us meet again at the arena when the next round begins. Alright, no slacking off, Poiret. Yep, just about. I just about managed it. Just about. Just about. Barely. I'm also attempting to trigger the next quest because I saw one. There's one here. There's a guy. Oh, it's the Samba! Hello! Very well, if it isn't Kaiko and Paimon. So we know you have a bad feeling about us. I have a bad feeling. Don't be so cold and never forget what you did for me the other time. The other time? We still have so much to ask you. Is that so? Oh, what's this? I'm merry. It's acting up again. What happened then? I wonder. I can't remember a thing. The wise say it's better to look towards the future than look back into the past. Let's talk about our future collaboration and let bygones be bygones, shall we? I have a few jobs on hand that pay quite well, but I don't have anyone to help out. If you're free, what would you like to have a go? Don't go thinking without easy to dupe. And just how good is the conversation? Hey! This is why I'm so fond of talking business with people like you. What do they call it again? Right, being quick to catch on. How about I say a number that's guaranteed to satisfy you? 100 coupons, what do you think? 100? I see you are moved by my generosity. That won't even buy us a bottle cork. I'll pay you 100, you work, and I'll profit. I'll pay you 100, you work, I'll profit. Whoa, is that what you were planning? I mean, not being generous enough, you young ones really are, so we just don't know what's good for you. You should know there's hordes of poor wretches who give an arm to do easy and profitable work like this. Samba used to be a little fraud. I'd finally caught you. Last time I caught you hanging around the mailroom, and you were also swindling newcomers into commissions for you for a fraction of the actual fee. Kaiko Paimon, you didn't fall for his lies, did you? I'm devastated we've already been tricked once, but not this time. You've already been tricked once, but not this time. This time? Things happened before this. Anyways, don't believe what he says. He targets newcomers or anyone unaware of the rules and cheats them. There's already a long list of victims. My word, swindle? You make it sound so awful. Is there any difference between us? Don't you guards use coupons to make people do miscellaneous work for you too? We don't pocket a portion of their compensation. What are you hinting at? Don't slander me without any proof. Oh, you want to see some proof? Let's go then. Solitary is quiet and spacious, a perfect place for you to pursue all the proof. Seriously, I still have trouble to deal with at the geode mineshaft after this. Here you go, Paimon, if possible, could you help me? It's not like we have all the time in the world either. I'm sure you pay handsomely. I'll do it. Hey! Payment will be provided in accordance with regulations, of course. I'm sure you know the standards, and you know I won't try to defraud you. Anyway, some Fonspur aberrants have been spotted in the geode mineshaft. They may pose a threat if left unchecked, so they must be dealt with as soon as possible. I'll take this guy to solitary first. Handing him over to my colleagues will take some time. I'll meet up with you as soon as I'm done. Alright, but don't take too long. I'll do my best with the paperwork. It's not something I can speed up. I'll leave the business at the mine shaft to you then. Ooh. Looks like something has gotten loose. And we've got to go and fix it. Somehow. I don't remember how this thing works though. So that could be a problem. It's quite complex, if I remember correctly. Okay, I need to go that way. Oh. Did I leave the door open by any chance? No. I'm sure this is not going to be a problem. Is that it? Nope. Nope, put the drivetrain back. And then let's try this again. I think we gotta wait till it goes all the way around. There we go. And then I think we might have left it in here when we did the last quest. Which is, you know, maybe not ideal. Oh no. We didn't. Where's the drivetrain then? Have I just, like, lost one? Well, that's probably not good. I'm sure this is fine. I'm sure it's fine. Let's pick up this and plop it down here. And I think we have to wait a lot. I think it's probably the next one. There we go. Okay. Pick up this drivetrain. Apparently, we need it. Okay. Into the geode mine shaft. Wait. There was a waypoint here, wasn't there? We didn't need to do that. We could have just teleported. Oh. Oh no. We could have just teleported. Okay, well next time we'll know. But there should be something here that we need to fight. Oh, there's some seahorses. Are these the one Moppoli is talking about? All we need to do is chase them off. Okay, that's one. And this should be the second one. Is that it? Oh, there must be more. Oh, a third one. I see you. I see you. I see you. More? Okay, that's an actual wall. I see. How did they get in? To be fair, we did break down the exit. I'm sure they didn't put it back up. It should be safe now. Let's go back. Okay. You're only just arriving here now. We've already driven away all the Fontaine aberrants. So it's finally happened to me. What's finally happened? Arriving at the scene and finding out that all the work has been done by someone else, of course. I mean, there's nothing for me to do here. This is for you. Thank you so much. I'll certainly manage to get a good night's sleep tonight. Oh. Why, thank you. Very convenient. Very convenient. Okay, I believe the next thing we were doing is we're supposed to be going back to the ring for the next round of the fight, I believe. Well, I sort of assumed a whole day would have passed, but maybe it hasn't. Because it's telling us to go the next day between 6 and 10. Maybe it's not between 6 and 10. Interesting. Okay, let's see what time it is. Is it between 6 and 10? No, it was like 5:30. Okay, is that enough time? Or are we... No, I think we the next day. Okay. Hey, in we go. We gotta talk to Rusimov. Rusimov, where are you? Ah, you're here with Genevieve. She's gone to get changed. She'll be back before the match starts. Your opponent's ready. Let me know when you want to start. As soon as Genevieve gets back. Best of luck out there. Ooh. As long as I defeat you, I can regain my freedom and live the good life with my brothers again. Oh, I missed. Okay, I really thought we'd all get frozen there. But apparently not. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. She cannot reach from so far away. She needs to be close. Oh no, I think we're gonna lose. Oh no! Well, but we didn't lose! So rude! Okay, clearly I didn't do a very good job of coaching. We'll try that again. Rusimov! Let's try that again. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Oh no, don't read the bulletin board. Oh. Actually no, let's read the bulletin board. As Pankration results, the guy in the barrel was defeated, the researcher and assistant advanced the next round. Detective's assistant, not researcher's assistant. You mustn't overlook the coach's contribution in the match. I suggest crediting them in the results. Okay, okay, we got this. Okay. All I can do is press Q and E. So I guess the only thing I can do is see if I can get them to do it at a better time. Like I always press Genevieve's too quick and then she's too far away. As long as she's nearby, she should be able to do a decent amount of damage. There we go! Beautiful team of newcomers has defeated the fierce warrior from distant lands. Their foes, arrogance, here on stage. Something like that. How is this possible? A samurai from afar losing to a feeble researcher and her assistant? Will the newcomers luck everyone out? Find out in the next match. I saw Genevieve leaving in a big hurry just now, as though she was chasing someone. I've followed her out too, just what's going on. Kaiko, shouldn't you go check it out too? Latest Pankration results, a samurai from afar lost in a 2-against-1 battle. The feeble researcher and assistant stole the limelight thanks to the blonde coach's training. Fine, research assistant it is. Maybe we should consider giving him a consolation prize since he came such a long way. I'd personally present him with an award if he helps promote Fonte in Inazuma. Maybe come his ring to work up a sweat too, respect. Okay, nope, nothing. Okay. Where did they go? Okay, okay. Okay. Where did they go? Ooh! Cleaners? Who are they chasing? Oh no, it's this guy. I'm warning you, it's a serious crime to fight outside the ring. Do you think I care at this point? You psycho, did you solve all your problems with brute force? No wonder you had to fake the data when you couldn't get the results you wanted. I'm the one who should be warning you, unless you have evidence to back up your claims. That was blatant slander. Oh, you didn't like that? Tough cookies. You should start thinking about how you're going to apologize to Mr. Poiret when you get out of here. If you ever get out of here. Ha, what am I saying? I should be thanking you. Mr. Poiret had to step down thanks to your academic dishonesty. No way can Raimondo handle the Fontaine Research Institute's projects on his own once I get out of here. It never ceases to amaze me how some people can fantasize about such a bright future in this fortress where the sun never shines. A true testament to the power of the human imagination. Who are you, and how exactly is this any of your business? Who, me? As you can probably guess, I'm just a lowly assistant, a nobody really. We're all contestants here, so let's try and be a little cordial to one another outside the ring, shall we? I have a delicious iced health drink here, very sweet. Would you care for a glass? What? Wait, no, I'm not even a contestant. He didn't fall for it. Unlike some people, I refuse to stoop to using brute force to prove my own value. The Fontaine Research Institute lab is too good for you. A lumberjack's cabin in the mountains is where you belong. Genevieve punches him. No, Genevieve, you're gonna get in trouble. How dare you? Private brawls are. You all saw that too, right? Private brawls are prohibited. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. I took my glasses off for a second, and my eyesight is terrible without them. I'm afraid I didn't see a thing. Leave us out of this. I just got here. Did anything happen? It's not a brawl unless you hear her back. I just got here. Did anything happen? Oh great, is anybody here not a pathological liar? No, just my luck. You are self-righteous conniving. Ugh, like the smug looks off of each of your faces. Just you wait. My reveal model enhanced mecha will prove everything. The man leaves. Are we fighting a mecha? What was all that about? I'm sorry you had to see that. I have a bit of a short fuse. I always try my best to stay rational, objective, and neutral in all scenarios, but sometimes I fail to control myself. A short fuse is no excuse for assault. Talk smack, get whacked, he had it coming. He had it coming. Yeah, he clearly knew which buttons to press. Still, you shouldn't let people provoke you. Violence is rarely the answer. You're right, I'm sorry, I tried to do better. Anyway, who was he? Champallon. He's a senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute. He's always had rivalry with Raimondo, but I guess he thinks he might be in with a chance since Reset has fallen from power. But he doesn't look like Raimondo has any intention of giving him the chance. It's a shame, really. If he was Raimondo's equal, the steam bed would have to give me my own column space. Why? Also, how do you know about all this? It's kind of suspicious. Because when I was caught at I was collecting evidence at the Fontaine Research Institute, he was the main target of my investigation. All the traumatic documents I mentioned were linked to him. I've actually met him a few times before, but he didn't seem to recognize me at all just now. Oh? Wait a sec, now you're divulging the details of the case. What happened to client confidentiality and professional ethics? The fact that he's here in the Fortress of Meripede means the case is clearly over. Plus, I sent my uncle a letter recently to see if I could find anything out, and all he sent in reply was be patient. I knew something weird was going on. I guess he couldn't be bothered to help me since he knew what was about to happen. To think I spent years running errands for him, and even then it put me as a supporting character in his novel. I'm not surprised to see him here at all. He's never had a very good reputation at the Fontaine Research Institute. Lots of negative rumours flying around about him. Guess they weren't all groundless. Oh, I know, I was sent here for injuring him at a conference, and of course for other reasons too, but I swear the part about his bad reputation is public knowledge. If you don't believe me, ask anyone else from the Pontanian Research Institute. That won't be necessary. Yeah, anyway, Pine was more concerned about the stuff he said before leaving. Isn't he not participating in the tournament? And even if he was, it's all about entertainment value, right? So why does it sound like he's plotting something nefarious? Knowing how he operates, I guess he intends to take this opportunity to show what he's capable of and impress the powerful people in the fortress. Huh, when have you met some engineers from the Pankration Research Institute before, like Clinez? Paimon's gotta ask, what makes this Chamberlain guy so special? Professionally, he doesn't have any noteworthy accomplishments, but he's quite skilled at networking and playing people to his advantage, although surely he wouldn't. What's the worst he can throw at us? 12 engineers, all built like 2 Risimovs? No, you moron, it's worse than that. Didn't you hear what he said? The Veil model enhanced mecha. It sounds like he's going to send Clockwork Mecha into the ring to fight us on his behalf, and not your typical Gardamex mass-produced in the fortress either, some modified variety with enhanced combat capabilities. It's crazy, Clockwork Mecha aren't even human, how are they allowed in the Pankration tournament? This is just for entertainment, there are no rules stating that participants might have to be human. As a matter of fact, someone once captured a stern-shelled crab from the abandoned production zone and sent them in as a fighter. Oh, so he did draw in that fight, huh? That's absurd. So he really did draw in that fight. That's pretty far-fetched, but on the off chance he really does send Mecha into the ring, what are you going to do? Surrender. I know I'd be letting down a coach, but there's no way I could win that fight with this amount of training. I know my limits. Don't give up. Anything I can do, you can do. There's no shame in surrendering. Don't give up. Kaiko, get real. A few encouraging words aren't going to magically close the gap between you and them. I think we just might have a shot, you know, if we can utilize the mutually destructive effects of Numia and Wisa energy to weaken the Clockwork Mecha, winning wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility. I have an idea, but this isn't the place to discuss it. Let's find somewhere in the production zone that's better lit. Okay. Down we go. Okay. Ooh, I have actually looked at this, but look, they do have, ooh, the yellow and the purple stuff. Could it be useful? Guess not. Oh wait, is this actually part of the quest? Doesn't seem useful either, but whatever, let's pick it up anyway. Here's someone calling, so you leave the water. It's you! You maintained order in the production zone. Maintaining a sanitary environment is part of maintaining order, so we thank you for your contributions to the production zone. These credit coupons are a well-deserved reward, please take them. Okay! I was just stealing things like usual, and apparently that was a good thing! Okay, Genevieve, what's your idea? As I was saying, we need to utilize the mutually destructive effects of Numia and Wisa energy to weaken the Clockwork Mecha and create opportunities to attack. This is far beyond the scope of my abilities. I bid you all adieu. Don't go, I can't accomplish this without you. With some processing, Nemosia can be stored in a container, even in your sugar glass bottle. I'm familiar with the structural weaknesses of Clockwork Mecha, so if you create an opening, I can go in and attack. Oh, that might actually work, and Poiret has been practicing his throwing, so hopefully his speed and accuracy should have improved by now. I don't know anything about the principle of mutual annihilation between Numia and Wisa. Me either. If you put your mind to it, I'm sure you'll get it. Me neither. This isn't a research project, so you don't need to grapple with the theory. All you need to know is which action causes what reaction. First thing first, help me set up a practice arena. Genevieve and Poiret set up a practice arena. Are these from the stage props Goncourt gave us, too? What kind of show would you need props like this? Why does he buy all this stuff? Why does he buy this? What was it he said? Optional to use, mandatory to have, right? I'm sure would love to have a snoop around the Tri-Coupon Truth's warehouse, assuming they have one. The arena is ready, now for demonstration on the print. A Nemosia and mutual annihilation phenomenon. Over to you, Coach Kaiko. Got it. We need to run through it once, after that, I'll supervise Poiret's training until he knows exactly what he's doing. Is it that necessary? How hard can it be? That depends on how quickly you pick it up. Okay. I think we just need to pick this up. And then... Whoop. And then... Did I help? Thanks, Poiret. You didn't have a much bigger help if you did nothing. You'd have been a much bigger help if you did nothing. No, thanks. Is it a genuine thanks or a gee thanks? Anyway, let's meet at the Pankration Ring before the next match like last time. Alright, don't down us, Poiret. You need to live on. Don't be so dramatic, the stage props are getting to your head. But sure, I'll try to avoid getting annihilated along with the Numia and Wisa. I know we can win this. He's trying his best. Look at him go. He's hitting the wrong one, but like, look at him go. He really is practicing. Okay, well let's give him the time. Oh, it is boss time. That is true. If anyone wants to do boss time, let me know. Is it not Poiret, like how you pronounce Poirot, but with an A? I mean, is that not what I've been saying? What have I been saying? Poiret? I thought that's what I was saying. But to be fair, I forgot immediately. Ooh. Special announcements by the Fortress Meripede and other information may be posted here, not for other use. Researchers, Smuggling is not responsible for any matters related to this board. We had Poiret. I think I've been saying something closer to Poiret, but equally, I could have messed it up. But I think I haven't just been saying the wrong thing. That would be a little bit embarrassing. But then again, my pronunciation is not known to be good. The powerful Darkwing Geese team, Genevieve and Poiret, are about to arrive at a glorious stage of our Pankration Ring to begin their third fight. As the most outstanding rising stars in this competition, they've already become potential contenders for the championship. How many are there? How many rounds are there? Hey Poiret, how did the training go? Did it work? Yep, I'm now fully versed in the mutually destructive properties of Numia and new ways of energy. Great, then why do you summarize it for me? Congratulations, your job as a researcher has been released in the cards for you. Great, summarize it. Sorry, I was just joking, I still don't really get how it works, but I do know what I have to do. Good, because you'll be facing a heavyweight this time, ha ha ha. Well, ready to enter the arena? I'm ready, don't forget to give us your input during the match, Kaiko. Then let's begin. Contestants and coaches, please take your positions. Okay. It's about to begin. The research assistant versus the fiddle specialist mechas. Okay. Okay, I think. Oh. Oh no, I thought they'd be taken out, but no, they're still here. Phew. Okay, we took out one of them. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm just clicking buttons now. No thought, just spamming the buttons, but it's not gonna... No! The round is over! But we didn't lose. We just didn't win. Okay, let's try that again. I don't know how you're supposed to do that better. Because I thought I did. Maybe do I need to know about the... No, not the bulletin board. Do I need to know about the annihilation thing, or do I just click buttons? You think I say the wah so quickly that you don't hear it? Oh, so I say Poiret, but it just sort of sounds like Poiret. Yeah, I see how you get Poiret from that. Poiret. Wow. Poiret. I think you just keep clicking buttons. I think I can't really choose which one they focus on. And they don't always focus on the same one. Okay. Oh, why, Genevieve, would you throw... I'm pretty sure she threw her fireworks at the wrong one. She threw them at the mecha that's already down. which is pointless. Just a little bit more. I believe in you. Yes! Stunning, the research assistant have transcended their limits and defeated the Clockwork Mecha team. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.